Welcome dear students. Today we will talk about science of class 9th, and now we are going to start a new chapter, chapter 5, the fundamental unit of life, the cell. So let's begin this chapter. Okay dear students, so let's see what is this cell, how we can define this cell. So the cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. How we can define the cell? Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Okay. In another word, we can say that every living thing in this universe, every living thing is made up of very fundamental basic unit which is called as cell. Okay, so all the living things are made up of cell. Every living thing, whether it is plant or whether it is animal, and everything means every living thing is made up of cell. Okay, now who discovered this cell? So Robert Hooke in 1665 discovered the cell from the bark of tree, or you can say cork, bark of tree or cork को इन्होंने he watch this bark of tree under self designed microscope. Under the self designed microscope he just see the bark of tree, and he found and he saw the honeycomb like structure, honeycomb like structure, and these structures are called by Robert Hooke are called as cell, और उन्हीं structures को the Robert Hooke called that structure as a cell. Okay, so this cell originated, the cell word is originated from Latin word which means a little room, So what is the exactly meaning of the cell? A little room. Okay, if you have seen the honeycomb, you will see that there are little rooms are there where each and every honeybees are live there. Okay, so next to this situation, the Anton Leeuwenhoek, who is the father of microbiology, Anton Leeuwenhoek, father of microbiology, he discovered the free living cell. And he modified the compound microscope made by the Robert Hooke. He made an advanced microscope and watched the pond water, and in the pond water he found free living cell. Okay, so who is the discoverer of living cell? So Anton Leeuwenhoek. Who is the discoverer of cell? Robert Hooke. Okay, living thing is discovered by Anton Leeuwenhoek, and only cell is discovered by Robert Hooke. Hope you are getting this point. Okay, now we are moving to the next scientist, Robert Brown. Robert Brown discovered this nucleus in the cell. Robert Brown discovered the nucleus in the cell. Okay, he experimented and found nucleus in the cell. Okay, so in the honeycomb like structure he found that there is a fine dot in between each small rooms. He found that a very fine dot, and this fine dot is called by them is nucleus. Okay, if we are moving to the next, cell theory. What is this cell theory? Cell theory is a theory which is given by Seldin and Swan to explain that every animal and every plant is made up of cell, or every living thing is made up of cell. So this concept is given by cell theory. Okay, so cell theory explain how each living organism is made up of cell. So cell theory explained this concept. Okay, and further this theory is explained by Verkov. Further this theory is explained by him, and he said that the every cell is originated from pre-existing cell. Okay, every cell means every living organism is originated from pre-existing living organism. Okay, so basically he added the feature to this cell theory, and the term reproduction were introduced. Okay, now moving to the next, now we are moving to the next, size of cell and shape of cell. What are the size of cell and what are the shape of the cell? If we will talk about the size of cell, so largest cell is ostrich egg, which is near about 18 centimeter, so the cell is from 18 centimeter to 0.1 micrometer. Okay, this smallest cell is mycoplasma, which is at 0.1 micrometer. Okay, and this is 18 centimeter. So the size of cell varies from few centimeter, few micrometer to few centimeter. Okay, so the size of cell varies from here to here. And longest cell is nervous cell, which is also called as neuron. So this neuron is the longest cell in our body. Okay, in animal body, basically this nervous cell is found in animal's body. And if we will talk about the shape of the cell, so depending upon the function of cell, the structure and depending upon the function of the cell, the structure of the cell and shape of the cell is decided. Okay, there is a bone cell which have different shape and different organization. There is a nervous cell which has different shape and different organization. Okay, so depending upon liver division, muscle cell is another shape. It's like cone and bundle shape. Nervous cell is another type. Okay, so there are many type of cells and many shapes of the cell depending upon which function this cell perform. Okay, and see dear student, on the basis of this cell, the organisms are categorized into two categories. One is single cell organism, the unicellular organism. Okay, the organism which are made by single cell are known as unicellular, and the organism which are made by many cells are known as multicellular organisms. Okay, so hope you are very understood about all these things.